Year 10, this is the second episode on how to draw your dragon. So this video is going to show you how to draw the parts of the crankshaft. So here's the drawing here, and these 6 parts are the first parts that need to be drawn, all in their own part studio. So I'm just going to, in my notebook, write down what the lengths of each of those are. They're basically cylinders. So the first one there's got a length of 24 and a diameter of 6. The next one, part 2, is 77 long, diameter 6. The fourth one, 1, 2, 3. The third one there, 98 mil long, diameter 6. The fourth one, 59, 6. Fifth, 25 and 6. And the sixth one there is a ring, and we'll get to that one last. So first, let's jump over to Onshape. And you remember from the first episode, we created our folder down the bottom for the base enclosure, and inside that we put some part studios for each of those parts. So we're going to come back to our home. We're going to create a new folder to start with. And that's going to be the name of the overall part, which is the crankshaft. So remember, we're following those same naming conventions. Enter. Right, now we've got home, crankshaft. Now we can start creating our part studio. So create part studio from that plus button. We can right click, which is a 2-finger tap. Rename. I'm just going to switch screens. And that first part was called the upper main shaft. Okay, now switching back to our instructions. It's based on this drawing, it's going to be easiest if we draw it from the side view. Okay, so sketch, select our right plane. Remember to click N on the keyboard and it switches it to that view. We're going to use the center circle tool. Click on the origin, just move your mouse out and click, and you can type in the diameter, which was 6, enter. Okay, we can go straight to our extrusion. That one there, make sure your highlight's in gold, and our depth there, and make sure it's on solid and new. Our depth there was the length, which is 24. Enter, green tick, come over to the cube and pick the trimetric view. That's it, done. Okay, so now we can go plus, create new part studio. The second one is called left center shaft. Enter, and again from the right view, sketch, right view, click N on your keyboard, circle tool, click on the origin, move out, click anywhere. That diameter was 6 as well. Enter the extrusion tool. Make sure it's selected in gold, solid, new. The depth they want is the length of it, which is 77. Enter, green tick. Switch to the trimetric view, and there it is. Okay, so we've got 2 done already. Insert a new tab, create part studio. Here it is here. I'm going to switch and see the name for part 3, the right center shaft. Right click, rename, keep the naming convention the same. Okay, sketch from the right plane again, click N. Click on the origin, move out and click. 6 is the diameter again. Extrusion. It's selected in gold. Solid, new. Depth for this one was 98. Enter. green tick, and change your view to trimetric. Done. Next one, so click on the plus again, create part studio, right click, rename. The name for part 4 was the lower shafts. Now you'll see over here it says quantity 2, but we should only have to draw one of them, okay? Lower shafts. Sketch, right plane, click N, center circle tool, click the origin, just move out and click again, diameter 6 again, enter extrusion, select it so it's gold, solid, new, and the depth is the length of 59. Enter, green tick, check it in the trimetric view. There we go. Okay, new tab, so create part studio. And part 5 is the cranking handle. Rename, cranking handle, enter, sketch, right view, click N, and this one has a diameter of 6 again, so circle, click, move, click, type 6, enter, extrude, select it in gold, solid, new, depth of 25, that one, so that one's fine. Let's click tick and check it in our trimetric view. Done. So that's the first 5 parts drawn. Let's go back to our instructions and have a look what part 6 is. So part 6 is the spacer rings. It's got a 12mm external diameter and a 6mm internal diameter. There's a drawing down here of it here, okay? So diameter 12, that arrowhead's pointing to the outer one, diameter 6 pointing to the inner one, and it's got a depth of 6. So part 6, spacer ring. Okay, and let's see, doesn't say which view to draw it from, but if you come up here to this drawing, part 6 is here, so it makes sense to draw it looking at it from the right. So, still within Crankshaft, plus, create new part studio. Let's rename this one. Spacer ring. Sketch. Right plane. N. Okay, so we're going to draw the outer ring first. So click, move, click. 12, enter. I'm just going to zoom in, so that's 2 fingers down on the trackpad if you're on a Mac. It's probably the same on a PC. Circle tool again, click, move, click, and that one's got a diameter of 6. Enter. So we can go straight into our extrusion now. Just grab that bit that's highlighted, and that's got the depth of 6. Let's check this works. Okay, enter, tick, check it in the trimetric view. There we go, perfect. Okay, that's part 6 done. Part 7 is the central crankshaft connector, and we have a drawing for it down here. 2 of them, central and outer. So we'll see which one's which. The central one is longer, okay? So I'll just do a quick hand sketch for our central crankshaft connector. And it says in the top sentence here, the first one, 6 centimetre of thickness, because I was wondering because it didn't have the side view there. So we've got a width of 18, which you can see down here, which also means that this semicircle has a diameter of 18. 1, 2, 3, almost looks like a set of traffic lights. And between the top circle and the bottom circle, centre to centre is 14. And that's also matching between the tangent here and the tangent there. I'm fairly certain these circles have a diameter of 6. Yes, they do. Diameter of 6 there, distance between there and there is 7. Okay, so there are some more instructions here on how to draw this. So let's get started. Okay, so we're still in Crankshaft, plus button, create part studio. Let's rename it. Central Crankshaft. Whoops. Right click, rename. Central Crankshaft connector. Sketch. Should be the right view. I will just check. Yes, that makes the most sense. N. Alrighty. So I'm going to do this my own way. So I'm going to go to the origin with my circle tool, click, click, 6, enter. That's a center circle done. I'm actually going to use a rectangle now as some construction. So from the center again, click, click, just like we did at the start of our drawing. The width of this square, I'm going to make it 18. Enter, and the height of it, I'm going to make it 14. Okay, I'll show you what I've done from the instructions. So basically, I've drawn a rectangle here. Okay, and I know that on the midpoint, that's where that circle's going to start, and on the midpoint down here, I know that's where that circle's going to start. So I'll zoom in here. Circle, midpoint, click, 6, enter. Still on the circle tool. Click, click, 6, enter. And while I'm here, may as well do this one as well. That one there, and from here out to there. Now I think that was the quickest way to draw that. So if we have a good look at that, at all those intersecting circles, it looks exactly the same as this one here with the additions of the lines. Okay. So remember, the trim tool shortcut is M on your keyboard, and you can start trimming out all the lines you don't need just by clicking on them. They will highlight first, so make sure you are getting the right one. Okay, we're ready for the extrusion. So click on extrude, select just that shape. There we go. Solid, new, depth of 6 it said. Enter, tick. Try metric view. There we go. Switching back again, and we're going to do the next one. So part 8. called the outer crankshaft connector. It's got the thickness of 6 again, width of 12, length of 37. Let's come down here and see that one here. So it's this smaller one. So I'll quickly just do a hand sketch here in my notebook. So it looks like center to center, we've got a distance of 7. Our diameters of those inner circles are still 6. The outer circles, well, semicircles, radius of 9, so diameter of 18. And that's enough information to draw that. Okay, let's switch across. So back in Onshape, still in Crankshaft, new part Studio. Let's rename him. Outer crankshaft connector. Sketch. From the right view, click N. Okay, I can start with my construction rectangle. Center point rectangle, click, click. My full width is 18, matches the diameter of those outer circles. Enter, and a height of 7. Enter. Zoom in. I can start drawing my 2 internal circles on this midpoint here. Click, 6, enter. Circle tool again from this midpoint. Click, move, click, 6, enter. From this center again, out to here. From this center, out to here. We can trim the parts we don't need, so trim was M on the keyboard. If you accidentally do delete the wrong line, remember there's an undo button up here. Okay, straight into our extrusion, and I believe it was a depth of 6. I'll just double check. Up in our table, well, there it is there, 6 millimeters. Green tick, and check in the trimetric view. There he is. Okay, switching back to our instructions. So we've got part 8 done, we've got one more part for this crankshaft, and that is the crank handle connector. Okay, length of 37, width of 12, thickness of 6. Let's go down to the drawing of it. Here it is here, so I'll just do a quick hand sketch. Okay, so yes, 37 millimeters in length, which you can see here. The outer circle here has a radius of 6, so a diameter of 12. The inner circle's diameter of 6, and center to center, you've got a distance there of 25. Thickness, it's drawn on this one, of 6. Okay, let's go and draw that. So back in Onshape, still in the crankshaft, add a new tab, create part studio. Last one, right click, rename, crank handle connector. Enter. sketch, select your plane, the right one, click N, you see the front view of it. And I'll start again with a construction rectangle, so a center point rectangle, click. The width of that I want is to match the diameter of 12 for those outer circles, so 12. Enter, and the height center to center was 25. Enter. Just zoom in. There we go. Circle tool, these are the internal ones. Click, click, and those ones had a diameter of 6. Enter. The next circles from here out to here, from here out to here. It's practically done. Click M to trim off the parts you don't need. Okay, straight into our extrusion. That's the bit I need. New, solid, and had a depth of 6 mil. Enter. Green tick. Check it in the trimetric view. Done. Okay, that's all the parts for the crankshaft. If we go back to our instructions, the next episode is going to... Oh no, we've got one more part. I almost missed it. So we'll draw the main crankshaft follower. So part 10. Okay, this one's a little trickier. This one looks like... Yeah, rightio. Okay, so just here, you'll see this has got a radius of 5, which is a diameter of 10, which doesn't match the 12. So these circles don't have the same center point here. But what we could use is a tool called the fillet tool, and these instructions will probably walk you through how to do that. Okay, so they've drawn it. I would draw this with a square here. The center point there of the square would draw that circle and that one, and then I'd extrude it to the depth of 10. And then we should be able to grab this line here and this line here and do a fillet. There we go, by applying a fillet. And there we go, there's the fillet tool here. So it pretty much tells you it puts a curve on a corner with a 5 mil radius. Okay, so it will start to look like what we need. And I'll probably first draw that circle on. Okay, let's give that a go. So here's our sketch here. So let's go through this with the dimensions. I'll just draw that front view in my notebook. So we've got a full height there, top to bottom, of 18 millimeters. It's fairly small. A full width of 12, which is also then the diameter of that circle here. And this circle here, same center, has a diameter of 6. These top ones here, we said the radius of 5, so diameter 10, radius 5, and in the top view we've got a hole there with a radius of 2, and it goes only for a depth of 6. So radius 2, which means a diameter of 4, depth there of 6. Okay. And this hole here goes the whole way through, so we can see that from this sectional drawing. Those hatch lines show the flat surfaces, so this must be a curved surface, so that's the hole. Okay, I've got a little bit more information here. Telling me that section from the top to the center of the circle is 12, which we could have calculated out anyway. Okay. Okay, here we go, over in Onshape. So still in Crankshaft, new, create assembly, my mistake. Just delete that, right click, delete, back in the Crankshaft folder, add, create part studio. There we go, that's better. Right click, rename, and that was called the main Crankshaft follower. Sketch from the right view, N. Okay. Rectangle, center point rectangle, click, click. We want the full width to be 12. And I want the height to be 12 as well. So enter, 12, enter. I'll just zoom in. Okay, my center circle from here out to here, and then again from here, click, 6, enter. I'll just do some trimming now just to keep it looking a little easier. M for trim for some reason. It did not like me clicking on that point, so I'm just going to click undo. Okay. So from here, I'm just going to draw a random circle and then type in the 12. It was the same as snap into a tangent. The constraints don't like it. Hopefully that fixes it. 6. Enter. M for trim. Still doesn't. Shouldn't matter. Okay. Now I think from here, we will extrude it. Well, looks like I missed some lines there. Yep. Sketch. Trim. Okay. Just undo, sorry guys. Oh, sketch, right, N, rectangle, it was 12 by 12. Center point circle, click, click, 12, enter the next one, click, click, 6, enter. They're the two lines I missed. There we go. That's fixed the constraints. Cool. Right, extrude. Just check the thickness of that part. 10. And just make sure it was a solid and a new. Tick. Trimetric view. And on the top view, we need to draw a circle in here. So we're going to go sketch on this plane, click N, there we go. and it should be right in the center. So let's see if we can do some inferring. A radius of 2, remember, so diameter of 4. So circle tool, so I'm just hovering on this line where I've got the midpoint. If I draw down, it does infer, so it brings down that dotted line to show you're in line with there, and then it's automatically drawn one across to the left to that center. That's finding a position through inferring. So that's dead center. Click, drag out, click, 4, enter, and now we can do our extrusion. So click on extrude, and it's going to be a subtraction, so make sure you change this to remove, and it was the depth of 6 millimeters. Enter, green tick, switch to trimetric, done. Okay, so this is where we can use our fillet tool. So here it is here. So Shift F is the hotkey, or you can just click the button. Entities to fillet, so this edge and this edge. It gives you a preview based on a radius of 5. And our radius there was 5. So that looks perfect to me. So click the green tick. Okay. And that's the main crankshaft follower finished. That's should be, I'll double check this time, all the parts of the crankshaft done. Yes, so our next episode is going to show you how to draw the drag and components.